Welcome all participant and welcome to international workshop on mentoring the mentor. We are the mentors, but how we are going to mentor the mentors? That is a big question. Today we have eminent personalities and industry experts who are going to deliver various topics regarding the mentorship. There are a complete flow of channel which involves how to mentor a person, maybe in terms of psychological, maybe in terms of career oriented, maybe in terms of other factors. But the only thing is required is that a meticulous planning as well as control of the entire mechanism. So we request all the participants that be careful and be attentive for attending this international workshop. And we are planning to have a mentorship diary also, which can be implemented at your level or maybe at your college level or institutional level for your mentees. So in that way, we are planning to work on that. Welcome all participants, welcome all experts, welcome all faculty members. And just I'll talk about the agenda for the today. Just hold for a moment. Can you? I will mute few participants so that my voice will be visible. The first topic is psychological mentorship, which will be delivered by Bhageshri Deshpande. Second topic is mentorship and international perspective, where language is a barrier, by Dr. Subrina Jasmine. She's from Japan. The third topic is the academic mentorship by Vijay Parth Sarthi. Fourth topic is extracurricular mentorship, means the mentorship in terms of extracurricular activity, which will be delivered by Dr. S. Sri Ranjani Mokshagundam. The next one is regarding career-related mentorship by Saronita Joyce. Next one is a mentorship practices and advantages by Indira ma'am. So this is the sequence of today's presentation. I think everyone is ready to hear from all the experts. Welcome on the behalf and over to you. Now I request Bhageshri Deshpande to present herself on the topic about psychological mentorship. Welcome ma'am and over to you. Just unmute yourself.
Good evening, everyone, all the dignitaries. Am I audible to you, everyone?
Yeah, very much.
Yes, thank you very much. See, I have chosen a topic on psychology. Psychology, can I start my topic directly without wasting a single moment?
Sure,
With
sure.
your permission, sir?
Yeah.
See, I've taken a subject like psychology. Psychology actually deals with the brain or the mentality or some other thing that which deals with brain, the emotions and everything. I think that it is a very important aspects regarding when we are dealing with the students, when we are dealing with other faculty members, or dealing with every now and then, right from our home till offices, we have to know the psychological effect. Psychological effect means it's not that the person is mentally ill, but some other time the person needs emotionally support, emotionally attachment. Not it might be any way like mentoring or having a parental talk with the students and everything. I'll just not I will just share my screen to you, which I prepared my PPT. Just 1 second. Can you see my screen, sir?
Yes, madam.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Shall I start with my topic right now? Just giving a brief idea. Psychological mentorship. Yeah. First of all, this is very nearby to everyone. Each and every student or each and every person, that it is psychological connected to each other. See, teaching in other way means like educational chalk and duster. When we get emotionally attached to that particular person, we can easily uh, deliver the point which we are going to deliver to them. So I think so it is much more important. So we have to know what is the psychological mentorship related to, means this is a basic that we have to connect in with the person mind, their emotions and everything. So it can be related to by building their emotions, feelings, and building their morale. Then, oh, dealing with hesitate students. Hesitate students means, sir, some are there. Some students are opening up. They are open to the in the school. They can talk easily, but some students are shy. They are not okay with talking in front, or they don't have that courage. So first of all, we have to teach them in an individual training. Individual training means we have to give a personal attention to each and every person for setting their goals, their timetable, because they are little bit messy. They cannot focus on their goal. We have to teach them how to focus on their goal. They are negative. Most probably, I have seen as I am a faculty teaching to the students at the higher level. Even I deal with the foreigner students. They are not positive because they are leaving their own country and coming back to India. They are facing some problem like mentally. They're facing a problem like the parents. They are missing their parents. They're homesick. So when we give that emotions, or when we touch their emotions, okay, I can help you out in an emotion way. I will help you, means letting you through your emotion traumas and everything. So we can help them to stay positive. Bonding mentoring means I have to make sure that the kid is comfortable with me while talking, or I have to just think or listen to them while talking. What are their weaknesses, and ask them that weaknesses should can be make into positive, or can we can make them our weaknesses as our strength. Uh, then. Boosting their morale means by giving them motivations, introducing. When we come to know a new person, we ask them to give the introduction. Some of them are shy. They cannot express their feelings. They cannot express their views. But they cannot even express how they are. We have to give them that positive willingness, give them the opportunity to talk. As a faculty members, we will ask them, we'll give them that trust that we are there to hear you. Encouraging means standing in front of 100 people, or standing in front of 50 people. Some of the other, even I will give my own example. I was having a stage fear, but I have come out my weaknesses as my strength. I started talking to everyone, and this was the best opportunity that Sir has given, Kumar Sir has given me on this stage. That I, as a person, can come and talk in front of all the higher authorities who are much more experienced, rich in experience and everything. Encouraging is taking a risk. Some of the other time when we take a risk, we can even do the things very properly. And on a basic way, if we say something to the good, it means rewarding them. Rewarding means not by money, or we can just reward them by our good words, just appreciate them by good words. We can just encourage or boost them by giving the motivation, just like, yeah, you have done a very good compliment. We have to just give a compliment. We have to make them feel positive, so that we can just fix that. Yes, you can go through your weaknesses, you can just open up and talk. Never matter, means you should not mind that your mindset is there that I cannot do it. No, you have to overcome your thinking that you should not fix that mindset that I cannot do it. You just make sure, yes, I will try. When the person is positive from the inside, yes, he can give that, or he can, when he changes his mindset that yes, I can do it, then and then only we can just moral or give the motivation. Yes, you can do it. Just boosting them, just motivating them to just change that mindset. Okay, then creating an interest. Everyone knows that we have seen the movie Tare Zameen Pe. We can just relate that new movie to our kids. Yes, some students are weak in studies, but some, the God has made us such a way that we are best in some other time. We have to know that point. Means we have to just focus. When we get a best mentor, just they can say, yes, you are best in this point. We can overcome everything. Giving the study material, yes, and we cannot compare each student in one line. The our weak students, if we give a best chance to them, even they can create their own interest and they can get a best out of their things. Means giving the study material in small parts. Okay, they can do it, but they will not cope up with the brighter students, but they will cope up by when we give or when we create the interest in them, relating the things in a practical way. As compared, see, students can understand by giving the life example. As I've given the life example, like they understand by movie Tare Zameen Pe, that a person, Avasti, Ishan Avasti, was every student was comparing him that you are a bad child. But when he goes to the hostel and the mentor gives a proper mentoring, this shows when he deals with a psychological way, we can just make a best out of the person. For that you have to create interest in them. We have to know them that which part you are a greater part, means you can do in a greater way. Just don't compare it that you should be okay in studies, you should be okay in other activity also. Yes, we should just give them motivation. Yes, you can do it and you will do it. Just giving that motivation or mentoring the weaker students in a proper way, we can go through that. This is a type of mentoring drive because nowadays students are emotionally, they are one kid. If we see in every family, there are only one kid. Parent doesn't give them a time. So they are having some depression problems, some they are having facing other problems. Then they cannot talk to their parents. But if we give a mentor, then we can give a mentoring to our kid. Means like students are our kids. We just believe that when we are a faculty members, we just get connected to more than our kid, we get connected to the students. So we can mentor the kid in a proper way. Psychological coziness can open up the kid in a proper way. I think that a proper guidance, training in a parental way. Parental means not like a parent. You don't do that. You don't do this. But keeping them cozy. Yes, you whatever do, I'm there. I'm back with you. You don't get afraid. That motivation, that trust. If we build in our kids, if we build on in our student, yes, I am very much sure that if we give a parental guiding, because parents are busy with their work. Yeah, they are also right on their part because nowadays studies and everything are in such a high money. Both the parents have to work. Then this responsibility comes to the mentor. That how he can mentor the kid. Like a parent, when we can explain our own kid, why can't we explain the other kid in a proper way by giving them coziness, little love, little hearing, at that way. But the same way, we have to give them a legal guidance also. That is much more important. Why? Because only love or affections spoils the kids. Even they know, they should know what are the legal concepts. Legal concept means if you do this wrong thing, you will get punished. If you do this right thing, you will get punished. These are the legal concepts. If we give them a mentor, then we can
I think there is some disconnection.
Yeah, first I thought the connection issue is at my end.
We'll wait for some minute.
that proper guidance and training. Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I was on the slide that proper guidance and training can change the life of the kids. And yes, it is necessary that each student has to be trained in a proper way to become a proper human being. We don't want machines. We want a proper human being by giving them in a psychological way, helping them out. It's okay. Some kids are naughty. Okay, we have to accept their naughtiness also, but in a proper way. We should mold them. We are the mentor. We have that right to just guide the kids. Yeah, they are our kids when they are coming to us, but we can mold them in a very easy way by giving them a psychological effect. As I think that most probably we can just mold a kid mold a person by love, affection, emotions, and everything. And of course, just training in the way of the training also, we have to make a checklist. It's not like that. My work is done. Check, 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 check. No, it is not my duty. Then you are giving an psychological training or psychological mentorship. It should be in a good, loving manner, and you should be little bit okay. That yes, you have done this thing. Okay, tick mark. But we will not show our checklist to that kid or checklist to that person. It is up to you. But yes, we have to take a proper follow up, continuous follow up, that whatever we are just giving to them, a proper guidance, whether he's following or no, just getting back to not nagging them always. You have to do, you have to do, you have to do. No. But in a proper way, follow up should be in a proper way through evaluation, yes, by giving them understand through their questionnaires, ask them to give their presentation. But setting a new guidelines or setting a new
I think
you have to get A plus or 90%. No, at least you should pass. That is the thing. You have to go according to their views, their interests, their own creativity, or we will ask them only some feedbacks. Even they can give us a very good idea that how can you us evaluate us in a way, in a proper way, in a proper channel, or in a proper things. So I think so. This is my little bit presentation. I'm just willing that it is just my view, ma'am or sir, that psychology is the best thing to deal with the kids and everything. Thank you very much for I just share my little bit view in front of all the higher authorities, all the well experienced person. Thank you, Kumar sir, for giving me this chance. Thank you, everyone,
thank you.
for just listening to me. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Uh, Now we have a Dr. Sabrina Jasmine from Japan. She's going to talk about mentorship and international perspective where language is a barrier. Jasmine ma'am, welcome and over to you. Sabrina ma'am.
Yes, yes, sir. I need to share my slides.
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. Okay, in Japan, it's around 11 p.m. So a little bit sleepy, please don't mind. Okay. I thank you very much, Besto International and Professor Kumar Dutt and other distinguished speakers. I am very happy to meet all of you. And I think that in this session, I will learn a lot. I always like to learn. So today I would like to talk something that how language can impact the mentoring, mentors and mentee. It's because I have been in Japan for 26 years. And in this long time, I understand that without overcoming the language barrier, the real education cannot be achieved. So here you can see one word that I always follow. The greatest obstacle to international understanding is the barrier of language. If you are in your own country, it is very easy to make the student understand what you are going to teach. Even now, another speaker taught us very nicely that how psychology affects the mentoring. I am from healthcare and I am from medical background. So I could understand the speech very well. Okay, and all students are not same. Every student is different. And as I am from medical field, I know that there is no single person in the world who has the same genetics with other. Every person is different. So it is very, very difficult to make a common curriculum for the mentorship, even for the junior mentors as well as the students. So defining mentorship, I think everybody knows that it's a very, very complicated task, because you have to make either junior faculty, either postdoctoral fellow, or either visiting professors, or either undergraduate, graduate, or master students, that they should have their own critical thinking, problem solution skills. So these are the very sophisticated skills which can be only achieved when we understand each other. If we don't have the proper communication in the proper language, this type of teaching is impossible, that I have experienced in my long-term teaching career in a foreign country, especially in a developed country. And nowadays people talk about AI, talk about robotics, talk about deep learning. How is it possible? I cannot understand. Because human communication, you have to enter the soul. You have to give it to their mind. How is it possible through AI, artificial intelligence? I cannot understand. Although I have been doing my teaching works, my academic life at the developed country. So mentors really have to give the self-confidence, self-development, personal development to the junior mentors or even students. So this is a task where if there are confusions, no possibility to gain. It's failure. Mentors must help the newcomers mentors to develop and implement their critical thinking skill to the practical situation. And you have to follow up that. You have to understand that, okay, I teach them. So my junior faculty who just graduated and then become the faculty members, they understand, and how they are teaching the students, you have to follow up that. And also, mentors should have various types of skills to read the cultural aspect of the mentee, their mind situation, individual mentees' surroundings. And of course, we should have the general curriculum, and we have always the general curriculum. But there should be also focused on the individual basis. Otherwise, you cannot get success in your teaching profession or teaching career. And we always see listen a lot of criticism about the mentors. Students often come and they say that teacher is not good. He doesn't know the manners. He doesn't know the discipline. He doesn't know how to talk. From where he is coming, he cannot teach anything. How did he get the doctoral degree? How does he become the professional staff? So negative mentoring is a very big issue that should be considered with great attention for every educational institute. So language is a big barrier, of course, and in this COVID situation, it becomes worse. I am a failed teacher because through the online education, I cannot teach everything well. Sometimes I use body language. Sometimes I use writing. For Japanese, I am in Japan, so I often write. When they cannot understand English or either Japanese in my way, sometimes I write, okay, please read this sentence. What does it mean? So due to the COVID situation, the educational background became more broken. We say hybrid educational system, but what is the impact? if you don't see the students face to face, if you don't communicate, then how can you teach them? It is possible only if you are in your native country. It is impossible in a foreign country when you have a different language, they have a different language, and the student, how many languages they can learn, and they can learn for the daily conversation. But if you say the academic, this is the specialty related language. I can speak Japanese like a native, but I cannot read and write the medical expression, healthcare expression in Japanese language so much. It is impossible because I graduated from the UK-based medical education. Okay, so maybe in India also all medical educations are based on English. Usually the South Asian countries follow the educational curriculum from developed countries. But in Japan, they don't care anything. They don't know who is United States, who is UK, nothing. In a second, they translate a whole book from English to Japanese. So I have been working in this hard situation for a long time, but with the grace of Almighty, I have given more than 100 medical doctors PhD degree. So it was very hard work, very hard. Okay. So language barrier is a big issue and it is very difficult to solve. And still we don't know how to solve because translation and interpretation cannot be options to give input to a student to their mind. So still we always think that if a student is in Japan, then why does he need his doctoral thesis in English? What will he do? So I always propose that there should be two types of curriculums. One is who will be in Japan just like a doctor, but need a doctorate degree for their higher positions. They should study only in Japanese. But if someone wants to work at the global level, at the global reputation, they should have other curriculums that they can study in English. So it's still very debating issue in Japan. Okay, so here you can see a good word from the Nelson Mandela that I always believe in my mind, that education should be the mind-based, soul-based, and the brain-based, that you understand what you learned, and that should be evaluated, and that should be reflected in your discipline, in your attitude, in your approach, in your academic output, everything. So whether student or new foreign faculty member, there is a shortage of self-confidence due to the language barrier, difficulty in keeping up constant communication with local students and mentors. And this delays the socialization process. Language barriers ends up creating problems for students and also foreign faculty members to communicate their ideas because they cannot speak well, and only writing how you can express. They face difficulty to understand the instructions of the mentors, and that create a lot of frustration inside them, and they cannot be a good human resource professionals for the next generations. So there should be a lot of solution that how we can overcome this. In a native country, everything should be native language. How much at what level, up to what level English should be taught, or from when the English should start. So these are many issues that we need discussion. And here I just see some few slides. I will soon end my presentation. I have been teaching both the postdoctoral fellow, junior faculties, visiting scientists, and all the health related things here. And I have been mainly attached with the doctoral and master course students for their thesis and publications. So I always teach them in a group. Every day I ask them to write one sentence in English. I want them to read the protocol in English. I want them to read 10 sentences from a journal every day in English, and I arrange a journal club every day, and there I ask them to speak in English, to deliver their presentation in English. They try to summarize their English, their research content in English, and we try to edit those. And when a paper is submitted to somewhere, we try to discuss in a very close group or one by one that how this English should be written. So the scientific flow, scientific sequence, and the English, these are the always merged and become a very, very difficult issue to teach the graduate, postgraduate, junior faculties, because junior faculty want to go to United States from Japan. They want to have the qualification from the Harvard or Johns Hopkins, but they don't have the English skill. So how did they do it? Many students come back without their achievement. So my one word is that whatever we do, we have to create the critical thinking, creative skills, problem solution ideas, and the realistic solution, how this solve with the problem. Whatever the language is, that this should be the real keyword of the mentorship. And I have been attached with a master degree program for the Olympic 2020 in Japan, and there we invited students from more than 50 countries. There I understand that the students may have good English capacity, but they may not have the good scientific idea or scientific articulation idea. So the science and English is different issue. Scientific logical sequence and English writing skill is different. So my proposal is that non-English dependent country like India, like Japan, like Bangladesh, like Nepal, other countries, they should have their very good curriculum for teaching English if they do not overcome to get the doctorate degree in their own curriculum. And they should have the curriculum for the students who want to extend their career to the global level. So you can see that there are a lot of barriers to effective mentoring, the lack of many things in the mentors. And here you can see a map that in Japan, we say Ohio, that is the good morning. And in English dependent country, we say it hello. So only the good morning expression is different across the world. So it is very different to globalize the education. And also for the translator and the interpreter, these roles are also very difficult. And many countries try to overcome language barrier, academic publishing through the translation company. But this is not the authentic way. They should start from reconstruction of their own curriculum, focusing on the students' ability, students' future wish, students' future aim, and the surroundings, cultural context, everything. And of course, the psychology, mindset, positive vibes, self-love, self-care, self-respect. These are the very important things to consider. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. It's the content and the delivery was really excellent. We appreciate your efforts also for preparing the presentation and delivering it. Thank you very much on the behalf of the entire Best Studio Treks family. Next, we have a presentation by Dr. S. Sri Ranjani Mokshugundam on extracurricular mentorship. I think Sri Ranjani has joined.
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Yeah. Welcome, ma'am, and over to you.
Kumar, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, someone is trying to reach us. Will you please admit them?
Pardon?
Someone is trying to reach us. Will you please admit him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sri Ranjani, ma'am?
Yes, sir, I'm here. Is my presentation visible, sir?
Not yet.
Okay.
Take a little time.
I'm trying to share it.
Yeah. It is taking a little bit more time.
Or, sir, shall I present it after one more person? I'm not able to share it.
Sure.
Right.
Next, we have topic on career-oriented mentorship by Serenita Lobo ma'am. Serenita Joyce.
Hello.
Yeah. You can share your screen.
Yeah, just give me a minute. Is the screen visible?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
We'll make
Yes,
it.
yes, yes.
Okay, perfect. So, hi guys, my name is Senorita, and I would be presenting about career orientation. So, as we all know, career is one of the most important aspects when we speak because it gives us a life goal, be it students or even if we have started our career, it gives us a goal as to what we are planning to do in future. So, moving ahead, the first thing that we are going to speak about is career decision. So, when we are in college, when we are in school, it usually seems that it's too early to make a career decision. But according to me, what I believe is career decision may be tentative. And when I say that, it means that it is not planned or it's not definitive. It can be changed anytime. And you will be able to have a sense of what you would like to do and goals you want to work towards, as in when you start working and as in when you start thinking about it. And changing a decision is much better than having or being in a wrong career decision or a wrong career choice. Most of the time it has happened with each one of us that we have chosen a particular career for ourselves and it's not worked out. So rather than being stuck there and there, it's better to think what is interesting us, what is making us happy, and move with it. Now, how can we make better career choices or better career decisions? We always need to remember that people will pressurize us. They will give us their opinion of what they want us to be. But at the end, it's our choice and it's our happiness that can, make us successful in whatever we do. So we don't have to be afraid, and we need to pay attention to our daily details and also, give up conflicting resolution. Also, at times, we need to remember that decisions can always have good or bad outcome. And we always need to be in a accepting situation, be it a good decision or a bad decision. And we can always change our decisions accordingly. And also, one important thing is that we don't have to depend always on luck. Now, the first step towards taking this is we need to always identify as to what we need versus what we want. Needs are different and wants are different. Now, what is needs? Need is things that we need to survive, and want is something that is out of our luxury. So we need to be specific while making a decision and also consider our values, our goals, our interests, and our abilities when we are making a decision. Now, next is we need to look carefully at the resources. Now, resources can be anything and everything that we use to reach our possible outcome, our possible goal. It can be our strengths, it can be our skills, it can be talent. We can also utilize human resources like people's connections, people that we know, or it can be even non-human resources like the time we invest, the money that we invest, the capital that we invest in a particular thing. So we always need to look carefully at these resources. Always remember to list your options, write down. That is what I tell everyone. You need to keep writing down the possible choices that you have in mind. And most of the time, you may come out with more than one option. And do not eliminate any of the options in the beginning. Think of as many as you can, and then pick one that best suits your interest. Now, once you have listed down all the possible outcomes, you need to weigh all the outcomes. Now, you need to consider the advantages, the disadvantages of each of the options. And then again, you need to see what consequences are going to be when you pick up A or Z option. And also keep in mind that some might have desirable effects, some might not. Then comes the step 5, which is making your decision. You always need to choose the best option out of the listed one. One choice may not come out the way the others. So always keep in line the best options that you want to pick. Always just writing down or thinking on what career choices you want to make may always not be helpful or fruitful. So we need to keep in mind that we also have to act on the decision, because making the goal is not enough. Acting on it is equally important. So just in order to act on your decision, you always need to make a plan to get started. You need to decide the course of action that you are going to do in your decision-making process. And always be ready and willing to accept the consequences of your action. And always see a way through your decisions in case it turns out to be a bad decision. And the most important thing is always maintain a positive attitude. You know, things may always not turn out the way you want it to be, but maintaining the positive attitude is always going to help you in the long run. And yes, always evaluate. Look closely to what you have pointed out, judge it, make a right decision, and also list down, is there something that you could do differently if it doesn't work out? What is it that you could do differently in order to make it work out? So always make notes of things that you want to do. And yeah, that was a pretty small presentation from my end. I hope I have been able to explain whatever I wanted to. And thank you all for being an amazing audience. And thank you, Kumar sir, for giving me this opportunity to speak.
Thank you very much, ma'am. It's a well prepared and well delivered presentation on mentorship. Thank you very much. Next we have Sri Ranjani, ma'am. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
You can share your screen.
I'm sharing it, sir. Is it visible, sir?
Yeah.
Right. Right, sir. Very good evening to one and all present here on the International One-Day Workshop on Mentoring the Mentor by Best of Edutreks International, Mumbai. So, sir, hope my slides are changing.
Yes.
Right, sir. Okay. Yeah. Today, I would like to speak a little about the extracurricular mentorship. Okay. Yeah. First of all, to speak something about mentoring. See, in the journey of our lives, so everything seems to be unknown. And every day it will throw something new to us, new at us. Say it could be a new challenge, a new problem, an issue, or even a possible solution also. And mainly what happens with this uncertainty, we all must be prepared to take up the forthcoming challenges. So to encounter this and to be clear in our future paths or in our future steps, say, we all should have a mentor. But often what will happen, the benefits of having a mentor are too undervalued, right? So the right mentor, he or she, they have an exceptionally positive impact on, say, it could be on both our personal or even our professional lives. And most of us, we believe in that. See, the world, the globe, it needs more leaders. These leaders are not only the people who care about their success, but also who care about the success of others. So first and foremost, a mentor must be somebody whom we trust or whom we believe in. Say, I feel comfortable speaking with him or her, whether it could be positives or negatives of my life. And secondly, a mentor should be somebody whom we respect or you look up to, and somebody, say, you admire. So this means that we will surely listen to him or her and we respect their opinion, as well as we truly take it on board. And finally, your mentor should be a good listener. When I say he or she should be a good listener, one thing I want to make it clear: the role of a mentor isn't to have solution for each and every problem whatever I have, or the mentor, he need not have to always tell the people what they should be doing. So okay, an amazing mentor, he or she will ask for they'll ask really good questions, they'll listen to us, and they'll probe in depth. They'll try to discuss the situation, whatever it is, whatever I'm undergoing, or a mentee, he or she is undergoing. And they'll try to share an experience. They might have gone through a similar experience, probably, which they might have gone through in the past, what they did for it, what worked, what didn't. This is what a mentor should be actually doing. See, the best mentors, when we speak of best mentors, they are genuinely interested in being helpful to a mentee. And they are not actually doing the mentorship as a job. So, for example, if I'm a mentee, see, I cannot post a job advertisement for a mentor, and I cannot recruit the best mentor. So, but even to the surprise, we still have many, say, online resources that we can also tap into. For example, we have Micro Mentor, which is a free resource for US entrepreneurs. They can find the mentors. There is Mentors Me. There is a Founders Schools. We also have Institute of Enterprise and Entrepreneurs. So many online sources are also available for us. See, the thing is, we all can't really plan for finding a mentor. But the thing is, we can just take a few steps to increase its likelihood. Right. Once I have found a mentor, say, the thing is, I should make most out of them. And we all know that good mentors, they tend to be obviously successful people. And as such, they tend to be very, very busy. The thing what mentees should do is, they must they must not meet them unprepared. And if I go to a mentor, I cannot expect him or her to have a magic solution to all my problems, right? If I do that, if I start always complaining about something, or if I just always ask a solution for an issue, whatever I have at hand, the thing is, the mentor will lose interest, basically. And they'll also find it disrespectful. What best can I do as a mentee? I can discuss the ideas, I can listen attentively, and I can follow up, so that this will become the most impactful step in my entire life. Yeah, there is a saying that experience is the best teacher. So whose experience? Is it my experience? Or can't we learn from the experience of other people? So I guess with this particular saying, now we all understand the value of mentorship, right? So we all will be opportune to get things right when at my first endeavor itself, if I learn from the experience of others. So there will be no trial and error route for me, because I have a support of a mentor. Yeah, mentorship, it can involve, as the picture says, image says, it could be direct coaching, guidance method, training, or they might be advising us, supporting, or even directing, mainly to achieve the goals of a mentee. Right. So what is the importance, or say, prominence of mentorship? Basically, as we all have understood that mentorship is nothing but a guidance-based association between, say, two or more people. It involves a more knowledgeable person or an advanced individual. He is a mentor, and he'll be guiding the less experienced or a junior person, say a mentee. So this mentorship, it may include educational, professional, or even say non-academic guidance. So a mentor can be a coach who will provide solution to say certain problems. It could be our parents whose expertise covers our career, education, so many things. Or they can be connectors who have say large networks of people and they derive joy from connecting people together. The thing is, they do not have any kind of monetary expectations. Or even as a clarifier, a mentor helps mentees so that they can fill in the gaps. Say, when I'm in a state of confused state, I'm in a confused state, or I'm lacking direction. Say, if I'm a student, the mentor, he or she will provide me the tips, probably to act, how to act in a meeting, or how should I face an interview. Or as a cheerleader, yeah, my mentor is always there with me to celebrate my achievements. He or she can also be a challenger. The mentor, he jolts the mentee to do more, even with the long-term or short-term goals. Mentor can be a developer who allows the mentee to improve himself or herself. It could be personally making him or her a better person or even a better professional. So I would like to say that mentors are the human capital development experts. Mentors are the human capital development experts. They can even act as protectors. See, because they act as a safety net. They make sure that mentees do not have to learn from their own costly experiences. Yeah, there are different types of mentors as well as mentorship programs. It could be the traditional mentorship, wherein the mentee and mentor, they work together on a one-on-one basis. Or it could be the group mentorship involving more than one mentee who is attached to a mentor for guidance. We have distance mentorship. It is nothing new concept because even in times past, it involved the mentee who used to travel or say relocate to the location of the mentor. But now with the help of technology, we call it as nothing but the virtual mentorship. We just connect over the phone, computers, etc. We also have a relatively new term, that is the reverse or team mentorship. So this is something reverse of a group mentorship. So as a substitute to one mentor working with say multiple mentees, it will be like a team of mentors who are working towards the success of say one mentee. And all these types of mentorship, it could be either formal with a proper structure and it is organized by people with say that required knowledge or expertise, or it can be even informal without having a laid down structure, or the people who just have little expertise, or the people who just have some goodwill to help others. So there is like no type of mentorship which is actually better than the other. Each type has its own pros and cons, and mentors and mentees, they can work with the approach which suits them the most. Right. Now, what to consider when choosing a mentorship program? Right. A study, it says that 97% of young professionals, they say mentors are very valuable. But unfortunately, only 37% of them, they have a mentor. So mainly to ensure the success of your say mentorship program, first understand the purpose of it. Then the value proposition of the intended mentors. Try to match it against the level that you have attained in your career. Try to consider their knowledge. What is their proficiency? See, because certain types of mentorship, it requires experts, say specialists, while others, they just simply require regular individuals who has just say some good network or goodwill, or they just want to help some people. See, at the stage where the mentee, he or she is still growing, the mentor has to spoon feed them. But in the later stages of your career, what you need is the more clarification or networking. And the statistics also say that 89% of the individuals who have been mentored, they go on to mentor others. So that is the theme for today, mentoring the future mentors, right? And this increases the chances of, say, even scaling educational or the vocational growth. The thing is, as you work with your mentor, the mentor, he or she will study you. They'll understand what is the strength of this particular mentee, or what is his weakness, and they'll help you grow at a, say, you can call it as an astonishing pace, because now they know what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses. They try to provide you the adequate support. And even research also shows that people they're most likely to continue, say, a complex process or a difficult path if at all they are working with others rather than working alone, right? Main thing, the mentee has to properly use the precious time of a mentor. So mentee should be ready, and he should strive to learn. He should be the self-starter. As a mentee, if I'm a mentee, I should welcome, say, constructive criticism. And the mentee should possess the intellectual curiosity. Now, the mentors, they will check whether this candidate, is he receptive to the guidance, or is he or she, will they listen with intention? Do they have, say, mutual respect? Are they engaged in both work and the tasks which are assigned to them? Is this particular mentee, is he willing to share both the experiences, whether, say, success or failure with others? Everything the mentor will check, right? Yeah. Now let's speak something about the extracurricular activities and benefits. So if you decide officially to seek a mentor, you require, say, honest answers for all these questions. First of all, I need to understand what are my strengths, what are my weaknesses, as I told you in the previous slide. What skills do I possess now? What is it I should learn now? What is my learning style? What is my goal? Where is it? Where am I intending to reach? And how much time should I dedicate to this particular mentor-mentee relationship? So here, when we speak about mentoring, now it is nothing but a learned process which needs continuous adjustments for, say, different mentees and different work environments. So yeah, nevertheless, it says that the mentor-mentee relationship, it needs to be genuine, it needs to be organic, and definitely it encourages a two-way direction of communication. Say it could be through probing questions, activities, conversations, or it could be through feedback, whether raw or constructive feedback or any kind of instructions. So, however, yeah, mentees and wards behavior, sometimes it could be even discouraging, disconcerting, or even, say, disappointing at times. It happens. So what counts as an extracurricular or additional activity? As we all know, it is nothing but a set of diverse activities which are, say, set apart from day-to-day academics. It could be both physical, social growth, anything. So basically, it is inculcated with the help of, you can call it as real-time interactive sessions. Or this extracurricular activities, it is an opportunity to unveil the best interests of a child or a young person. How? By just perceiving their passion. Yeah. When should kids jump to extracurriculars? See, basically under the age of 6 years, extracurricular activities, it is just a fun session for children. And these activities, it will bring out the, unseen talent. It could be art, it could be dancing, clay modeling, martial arts, gymnastics, whether indoor, outdoor, anything. Basically, the main thing is we want to channelize or improve the kids, say, problem-solving skills, creative abilities. Mainly, we want to boost the self-confidence of the children, or even to foster the cultural values, etc. But these skills will help you find the right fit for your child. No. Yeah, mentor support for extracurricular activities. See, when there is some free time or free days, so it should be utilized in a meaningful manner. And obviously, we all know about this. And this has to be guided by a proper individual. And this proper individual has to channelize these interests into efforts, right? Whether it could be, say, taking a walk in the garden, or say some bird watching, playing games, solving puzzles, anything. If parents or teachers, siblings, relatives, if at all they don't inculcate the interest, say, in the minds of the children, they are never directed. They do not know what to do, right? So a mentor, he or she can be anyone who explains this framework of constituting a, say, well-balanced amalgamation of academic and non-academic activities. Then these extracurricular activities, it will bestow an opportunity for the holistic development of the child. Through this, even the child learns the meaningful lessons of, say, teamwork, discipline, problem solving, whatnot. It will develop the multitudinous benefits. Yeah, even books on parenting, it says that showing up is half the battle. So the participation by, say, parents, guardians, or the mentors, it will inspire, or it will even reassure the kids so that they can reach their fullest potential. How? They'll try to explore the activities. Probably they would have ignored that. A mentor is there to help them. He is showing the path. So mentoring a child through education, or even with these kinds of skills programs, it could be something rewarding experiences, right? The child's natural interests, it will help them guide through the any kind of frustrating moments, whatever they have undergone, or even their success. But the mentors, the parents, they can help the child, the particular kid, so that they can say further develop the excitement for these kinds of extracurricular activities. What they should do, they should try to engage their kids. When, if at all they show interest in some field, they need to engage their kids with the same. Right. For this, the mentors has to do, they have to follow a few steps. What is it? To advance their involvement, the involvement of the mentees, and also to enrich mainly their experience, mentors need clear goals, they need to organize, and they need to plan. Within just 2 to 3 minutes, I'll try to wind up. Yeah, establishing goals. So after, once you recognize, say, the child's interest in an activity, as a mentor, one should try to say set some kind of realistic goals, some achievable goals with that child. So it could be even for short term or even for a long run. It could be any activity. Irrespective of this activity, kids will always benefit even from, say, small exposure, or say some kind of improvement in new skills. And obviously, when the particular child, he or she, they see their own success, the thing is they are more likely to stick with that particular activity. Any activity it could be, indoor, outdoor, as we discussed in the previous slide. And the thing is, they'll be more willing to explore the new opportunities apart from this academics, whatever they have. And the second step would be the getting organized. Right. So when we try to create a plan, the thing is, we need to get most out of that any particular activity. And this basically, it varies from child to child. And one thing, executing this any particular process, it is always challenging. But if you organize it, it will definitely make a difference. Even it could be, say, for the simplest activities, learning a music instrument or playing a sport, anything. See, if parents or the mentors, if they don't plan well, what will happen? It definitely becomes problematic, say, between their education as well as their non-academic activities or these extracurriculars. The more organized the mentors are, the higher the chances of these activities, say, which will be like, it will be sustainable in their everyday lives of the particular mentee or the learner. And the third step would be working that particular plan. Right. After setting goals and see organizing these efforts, it is very, very important that you follow that plan. Yeah, definitely it is not that easy to stay motivated or just to be consistent. Because why is this problematic means? See, instant success is not always possible. The child himself, in the shortest span of time, he cannot pick up an instrument and he cannot play his favorite tune. So as parents, as mentors, or even the guardians, they have the responsibility, so that what they'll do, they should use their experience, they should use their maturity. Then they can guide these young people. How? In the previous step, we just discussed through a plan, right? They also have to leave room for creativity. But the thing is, they should be very confident as well as positive in whatever the process that is taking place. And with all these things, mentor relationship, it can say, it can try to achieve almost any goal, any goal. So helping another person, especially it could be a child or even a teenager, mainly to follow their passion, it's something like incredibly fulfilling, definitely. And following these basic steps as discussed, it will make the this kind of any kind of process much more smoother, and it is like more likely to yield progressive or even the possibly life changing results also it might give us, right? Yeah. So to conclude, I'd like to say that say giving due attention to say academic activities, so it is something critical, right? It means you are trying to reflect upon the academic brilliance. Conversely, when you are taking up the extracurricular activities, it will help the child, he or she can fly like a bird. They can express their emotions, what is their interest, what is it they are intending to do, and we are mainly trying to bring the best out in them. So with the help of a right mentor, the extracurricular activities journey, whatever it is, definitely it is filled with fun, love, or even say proficiency to seek better opportunities for their say little ones. And this extracurricular mentoring, it definitely assures the children that someone is there to care about me. I'm not dealing this novel challenges all by myself, right? And there is a proper person who is directing me. So all this, it will have a powerful impact on the say mentee's mind. It could be in his personal, academic, or even in the professional situations. See, because this extracurricular activity, it might be their profession tomorrow, who knows? And only this possibility is there because he or she got a right mentoring, isn't it? So this assures overall, as I told you, holistic growth, personal growth, development, social, and even economic prospects also. Yet, unfortunately, as I told you, 1 in 3 young people, they'll grow up without this critical asset. Well, many a times, Dr. Kumar Dutt sir, he directly or indirectly guides me so to progress academically. So I consider him as one of my mentors because he guides me, he directs me, he advises me on the virtual platform as we stay in different states. So, well, having said this, I thank sir for this opportunity, other participants for their precious time and patience. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. One of the best of the best presentation you have made it. Very informative as well as thought-provoking. The next presenter is Viji ma'am, Viji Parthasarathi, on academic mentorship. Viji ma'am, are you there? Yeah. You can start with the slide number 1.
Yeah, please.
Sorry, I missed the sequence. Yeah, over to you, ma'am.
Yeah, very good evening to all. Mentoring is the I am going to start without any introduction. So mentoring is the magic mantra for unlocking the hidden potentiality of the mentees or students. Today, the world is facing acute crises, pandemic issues, environmental issues. Besides the problem of hunger and poverty, about half of the population, Indian population, are below 25 years of age. So this is the time to use the youth power of our country and can be honors the senior citizens with vast experience. And moreover, I want to say that this is the time to explore the power of mentoring at all levels in the field of knowledge. And before proceeding, I would like to acknowledge that this is the most important topic which has to be discussed at the right time with right people. I wish to record my sincere thanks to Kumar Dutt sir for his innovative ideas for conducting this type of workshop and conferences. Thanks to the whole team. And mentoring is not a new concept in India. A lot of examples can be drawn from mythology. In Ramayana, we heard about Hanuman and Jambavan. Jambavan revealed the strength of Hanuman and mentored him at the time when Rama was in trouble. Hanuman was motivated by Jambavan to fly across the sea. In Mahabharata, Krishna mentored Arjuna amidst the chaos of the great Kurukshetra war. Many leaders of our India were groomed by their mentors. Swami Vivekananda by Ramakrishna Paramahamsa and Pandit Nehru by Mahatma Gandhi. And Gandhiji's political mentor was Gopalakrishna Gokhale, and his spiritual mentor was Srimad Rajchandra. And we have to remember the great scientist, welfare of students and youth, our past president of India, Abdul Kalam, whose mentor was Vikram Sarabhai. Actually, the origin of the word mentor can be traced back to Homer's epic, the Odyssey, in which the Odysseus entrusted a mentor with his son while he went to the Trojan War. This is what I have read in the science. A mentor not only teaches the value of aspects. Actually, he also supports and motivates the mentees with their decisions. The essential role of mentor is to provide mentees with unbiased opinions and advice by keeping the reality and facts in check. The mentor has to be objective and must not coddle. They pass on their knowledge and continue their legacy. Let us see what is the meaning of mentoring in education. Mentoring is a protected relationship which supports learning and experimentation and helps individuals develop their potential. A mentoring relationship is one where both the mentor and mentee recognize the need for personal development. Successful mentoring is based upon trust and confidentiality. Academic mentors provide guidance and coach students on a wide range of academic. A mentor can provide a student with personal support throughout the ups and downs of academia. This can enforce a student's sense of resilience. As students learn new things, they may wish to discuss their ideas with someone who shares their interest. Actually, I want to give you the types of mentoring which is discussed by the previous speaker, even though just I want to outline it to avoid the time to take much time. Actually, first one is one-on-one mentoring. Here, a senior mentor serves to guide a junior mentor along their career path. When you see about the distance mentoring, which is this mentoring means, we can describe it as a modern day mentoring. Actually, the people nowadays have to work around a multitude of conflicting demands on their time, as well as the packed schedule of thriving career. We all need to make time for family, friends, and leisure. So it is difficult to squeeze in time to fulfill mentoring duties in person. So distance mentoring offers a useful solution. Instead of, we may avoid traveling and we may spending time with the mentor. It should be, the timing can be minimized. So it is very simple to set up a video call. Now we are doing a workshop, international workshop and conference. So it is easy to mentoring also through the video call. Mentors and mentees still have the opportunity to meet face to face, just in a slightly different way. Materials can be shared by email or instant message, then discussed in a video or voice call. When you see the key strength of mentoring, sharing guidance, exchanging ideas, providing feedback, and developing soft skills still happen in much more convenient format. When you see about the group mentoring, it is also discussed by previous speaker. Of course, this is the type of mentoring in which one mentor works with several mentees at once in a group. The mentor will have an area of expertise to share, and the mentees will have similar personal development goals or wish to learn specific new skills or knowledge. No one can predict the events about what is next. Students or mentees may encounter these type of moments. It would be their next academic step or next career leap, or it would be the subject decision. They feel they need to reach out to someone who can guide and overcome the uncertainty. Those steps incur changes, demands, and risks. That is when our mentors, that is we, come into the picture. These qualified persons, mentors, have the correct wisdom to guide the students or mentees. So when you see the important attributes of mentor, because we have to, this is the program for mentoring the mentors. So understanding the mechanics of mentoring is the first step in developing mentoring relationships that are healthy, productive, and long-lasting. Most important attribute of a mentor is to available, accessible, and keen to listen, respond, and share. Mentoring becomes successful only when both the mentor and mentee work together. Mutual respect and trust should be combined with effective communication. In fact, best things come out when both challenge each other. But it is not possible with the students. We have to work with the students also, but we should be, that is, mentor should be very approachable to the students. And when we see about the characteristics of excellent mentor, here, actually mentor, sorry, I think yes. Actually, I have compared the mentor with the gardener who looks after the plants, irrigates, and nourishes with new ideas to grow further. The gardener also weeds out ignorance and confusion in mind of mentee. When you see about the characteristics of mentors, to begin with basics, the role of mentor is to understand the capabilities and interests of the mentees. And mentor simply doesn't tell that what do you do and how to do something. And they have to break down the goal plan for the mentee and guide the mentee with the advantages and drawbacks of the actions. And the mentor serves as a positive pillar for the mentee. In situation gone astray or losses, they also push the mentee the best potential and suggest the ways to come out of it. The mentor should not abstain from constructive criticism. Honest criticism or appraisal is essential for a successful and fruitful relationship between the mentor and mentee. And when we see we have another vital role of a mentor is to respect the opinions and ideas of the mentee. Definitely, a mentor also helps to develop a good attitude, and actively listening to a mentee is another crucial role of mentor, which was discussed by all the speakers. This is the quality cannot be emphasized enough and must never be overlooked. And a mentor must not hide his failures and always be open to feedback and doubts. And then I want to say about assess, and the mentor should assess and address concerns about mentoring, because they should set specific goals and timelines with benchmarks and dates. And they have to schedule regular time together, and they can play with the students, and they can chat with the students. That is because I'm talking about academia, so the mentor should be go with the students only, so they have to go to their level, so they have to talk with their level, so they have to take many roles when they act as a mentor. So they have to of course they have to keep the agenda items also in their mind, what to have to discuss with the students, in what way they have to discuss. And these are the things we have to think, mentor has to think. And of course in this modern era we may use emails, and we can attend the plays or any program together, and we may share their homework, students' homework or assignment or any workload with them. Mentors can share the workload. This is what I want to say. And fostering mentee career advancement. So here we have the mentor has to advise on promotion requirements and processes. That is, they can introduce co-curricular activities or extracurricular activities also along with the academic part. And they have to advise about the school policies and practices, and they have to observe the classroom instruction and provide constructive feedback, and they have to learn about the resources and opportunities and communicate those things to the students or mentee. And just I want to conclude here. So some important traits in a good mentor include patience and listening skills. The most effective mentors take in what is happening, assess the path the mentee is on, and then guide the person onto the right track. Mentoring is as much about counseling as it is transferring knowledge and leadership skills. A good mentor needs to be more than just a successful individual. A good mentor must have the disposition and desire to develop other people. It requires the willingness to reflect on and share one's own experiences, including one's failures. Great mentors must be able to both talk the talk and walk the walk. Thank you. Thank you to all.
Thank you. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Yeah.
One of the best presentation what we have seen for the day.
Thank you, sir.
Next one is on the mentorship process and advantage by Indira Priyadarshini ma'am. Indira ma'am, are you there?
Yes, sir. Just a minute. I am sharing my screen.
Welcome, ma'am. And over to you.
Is my screen visible, sir?
Yes, yes. You can make it full screen.
Yeah. Is it visible now?
Yeah, yeah, very well.
Good evening to one and all present here. I am Ms. Indira Priyadarshini, Assistant Professor in Business Management from St. Anne's College for Women, Mehdipatnam, Hyderabad. Today's my topic is mentorship process and its advantages. So mentoring is, it is like a one which a brain requires to pick up, an ear to hear, listen whatever is said by the people, and also make us to go in the right direction. So which has been said by John Crosby. So as earlier previous speakers have said, I too have covered some, gathered some points relating to this evaluation of mentoring. So according to this, mentorship is not a new word. It is as old as it has been around 3,000 years back. It was been there, and it has been picked up from an epic poem called the Odyssey, which has been written between 12th to 8th centuries by a famous Greek poet, Homer. According to this, the person who has taken care of the other person and helped him to find out the way what he want to go, the way in which he want to go and what he want to achieve, where the guidance is given. So by all the activities which have been done by the person mentor, who is a person to take care of the households and son of the king who has went for the Trojan War. So from that, the name mentor has been derived, and the role which has been played by the mentor, what all that has been done at present by our generations, even that person we are calling as mentor. So mentoring is a process where it includes giving advices and motivating the people, giving a proper training, helping the persons to achieve the goals, and helping supporting in the situations where our help is required, giving a proper training and making the person to go in the right direction for getting the success. So all these is the process which includes in mentoring. And there are different types of mentoring where one-to-one, one-on-one mentoring is where the people are going to be having one-to-one person direct mentorship. So the senior person or the person who is expertise in understanding the people, analyzing the mind of the people, whoever is there, that senior person or the person is going to guide the other person. It is we can say this one-on-one mentoring as one of the traditional method of mentoring. So this one-on-one mentoring is going to be benefited for both the person's mentor and mentee in developing a long-term relationship and also nurture over the time. So it also having a profound impact on confidence, confidence and also mental health and all the areas where a personal development includes in both the parties. Coming to the peer mentoring, it is a type of mentoring which is done, takes place between two persons who are in a similar job or at a similar level. And if we can, this peer mentoring mostly we can apply either in a corporates or even in academics. In academics, the final year students can go to the second years or first years and they can guide them, and they can share their experiences, opinions, and tell them how to do, what to do, and what actually we are doing, and how you can go further, like how their success stories and whatever, or that all who are at the same level or age group, those people are going to share the knowledge, expertise, their experiences, opinions, everything, which we call as peer mentoring. Coming to the group mentoring here, a one person, either he can be the senior person in the organizations or the expertise person who is going to be a mentor for a group of people at a time, sharing his expertise and guiding them to go in the right way. And coming to the reverse mentoring. So reverse mentoring is where, as these days we can see in any of the organizations, it can be an educational institution or corporates, at mostly the senior people, the senior level people, or like some age, the juniors who are coming, and the age gap will be there between these two people, the seniors and the juniors. And with the gap, not only the gap is of age, but also the learning capabilities or the knowledge. So advanced technology, the young generations are having more knowledge on technology and how to go with that quickly, and how to learn the things, how to adopt and change to the new environments and all. It becomes easy for the young generations too, but it takes time for the older generation. So when there is such a gap, these young people will have a knowledge on technology wherein they can mentor the senior members in the organization. So it is completely a reverse of one-on-one. In one-on-one mentoring, a senior is going to mentor the junior, and in reverse mentoring, sometimes when the juniors are expertised in any of the specific field, or he's a good, talented and skilled person, wherein the senior is not much feasible and flexible to adopt, in such a case, the juniors can mentor. So that is what reverse mentoring means. A flash mentoring is where it is, the name itself is suggesting, it refers to a quick one-off mentoring sessions aimed at learning a key piece of information or skill. So only for a very short-term period, just to provide, to develop some skill among the people, or to provide some information for them whenever it is required. A very short period, a relation takes place between the mentor and mentee. So we call it as flash mentoring. Coming to the team mentoring, a group of mentors will be there to guide, to lead, to mentor, to guide, to direct a group of mentees. So each mentor will be expertised in different field. So all the different fields, expertised people are coming forward and mentoring a group of mentees in various directions. And coming to the virtual mentoring, as these days everyone is busy, and the coming in person and meeting the people sometimes becoming difficult. So a virtual platform and a COVID pandemic has made the people to go with virtual, and it also becoming an easy task these days for everyone. So there are various online mentoring platforms where the people can take the help of that mentors, and they can get what they want. All these type of mentorings are impactful, and they can be utilized for different purposes within our areas. So mentoring program is mainly aimed to gain from the experiences and also make us to go in the right direction and achieve our goals. And coming to the mentorship styles, there are various mentoring styles, and the mentor is going to act as an advisor, where he will use his experience and expertise and provide ideas to the mentees. And coming to the coach, a coach always should be a good listener. So mentor who feels like he's going to guide and who is going to train the mentees, in such a case, he should also be a good listener. He should be able to identify the possible challenges that mentees will face and encourage them to go in that direction. And coming to the challenger, challengers always focused on helping their mentees to develop a strong problem solving skill instead of being so soft. Being sometimes tough is also help the it also helps others to learn themselves. So the person who is a very straight shooter and who is going to often use tough love to make the mentee do whatever he wants, in such a case we can call that mentor as a challenger also. Affirmers are the great listeners for mentees. They always feel happy to talk with tough situations and feelings. They listen with very much patience and also support well how to come up with that situations very well. So the mentor is going to be a affirmer and protector who always gives, creates some safe space for the mentee and supporting in all the situations and being protected with the mentees. And coming to the connection broker, by using the references, his network and all, mentor can also connect his mentees to the other persons with his network and help them to go with the different opportunities. And the clarifier. So always a clarifier is like a companion for a mentee. They use all their knowledge to help the mentees to better understand about the organization, and also whoever wants to be more independent mentees, it will suit best the person who is a clarifier. That person will be the right mentor for these type of independent mentees. And sponsor is a person who advocates the mentees through their positions and with vast network and helping them in growing by providing various job opportunities or internship opportunities or whatever the mentee needs, he is going to sponsor. So these are the various roles which the best mentors can play. Coming to the mentorship process. So this mentorship process, as J. Lauren Norris has said, if you cannot see where you are going, ask someone who has been there before. So this is the point where the need for mentorship begins. So the person who wants to go in one direction and he don't know how to go. He's stuck at certain point and he's searching how should go, where should go, and what are the best alternatives I have. In such a case, the person who already went is the one who guides you and makes you to move in the right direction. So this is the place where the need for mentorship has started, and there are 4 stages in the mentorship process. And to establish a positive mentor and mentee relationship, it is like establishing any other human relationship. So both mentor and mentee should have a genuine desire to understand the values and expectations of each other. Each other should respect each other. They should be like share the experiences, and they should be genuine in what they are doing. So each stage is equally important to make this mentor and mentee relationship successful. And while the time spent in each phase differences from it is going to differ from relationship to relationship, but at last the progression what we see in the relationship is uniform. So coming to the first stage, it is an initiation. So it is the first and very important stage of mentoring relationship. So this is the point where both mentor and mentee get to know each other, and they see whether they are going to build a strong relationship in the future or not by sharing informally their interests, values, what are their future goals, dreams, everything. So they are going to first, this is like a bit challenging stage, because first whatever they are exchanging their interest and all first should match each other, and each one should get a trust on others and feel comfort. So when there is a lack of communication, and if anything is hidden and not able to be more expressive, this is the stage where the relationship gets over. So in order to build trust among the mentee and mentors, they should make sure that a comfortable space is given and expressed both with a genuine interest. And coming to the second stage, it is a negotiation where it is like a business where mentor helps the mentee to set some goals. So they also agree on initial expectations, whatever have been expressed in the first stage, that all going to be agreed, and according to that expectations and their future goals, they will set one plan and also negotiate each other how frequently we can meet, when we can meet, how we can meet, and when we meet, what we can talk. So what all the topics, critical topics should be identified and discussed. So all this will be shared each other at this negotiation stage. Coming to the third stage, it is a growth stage where mentor is going to help the mentee to grow by providing a great opportunity for learning and development. So the mentor's responsibility at this stage is mainly to help the mentees by providing with various resources what are required for the development, how to overcome the challenges should be informed them. And also at this stage, the mentor has to share all his success stories and whatever he has come across, all that he should tell, he should share his knowledge, expertise. And this is the stage where the mentor has to play many roles like guide, advisor, and friend, and to develop a strong relation and help the mentee to identify his strengths and how to overcome his weakness and to go with success. So this is a very crucial stage where the growth of the mentor and mentee is going to. Coming to the last stage, it's a closure stage. This is the last stage where the mentoring association will formally close. This can happen due to various reasons. So the need for which they have come into mentor-mentee relationship might get over, the goals are accomplished, or the needs have become fulfilled, or whatever the reason. But still, if the mentee is not able to pair with the mentor and he is not going to get what he expected from the mentor, even this is the stage where they can close. That is also one, that might also be one of the reason. But this stage is more than simply marking an end to the relationship, and it is also an opportunity for both mentor and mentee to recognize each other, what they have achieved with this relationship. And also this is the stage where they can celebrate the success. And this real life situations can be applied, and the mentee can be now prepared to overcome the challenges and to face the challenges. Now he might be the ready person to face all this. So any of the mentoring relationship moves through these 4 phases, but we can say like there is no specific formula to create a successful relationship. It takes effort from both the partners to make it work. And if at any stage, if the relationship experiences hardship, the only solution and the best solution is communication. So when there is an effective communication between the 2 parties, everything is possible. Coming to the advantages, not only the mentees are going to gain benefit, though mentors are also. So according to the advantages what mentees get, being mentored is one of the most valuable and effective development opportunities you can offer to the employees in the organization or to the students in the college educational institutions. Having guidance, encouragement, support from an experienced and trusted person always be benefited in personal and professional way to the mentees. So the mentee will be able to expose to the new ideas and ways of thinking with the help of mentors, guidance and expertise, advices on developing strengths, how to overcome weakness, and also guidance will be able to get for professional and personal development and advancement. So recognition and increased visibility and recognition within the companies or within the institutions is possible. And also it is one of the best opportunity for the mentees to develop new skills and gain new knowledge and learn many new things. Coming to the mentors, mentoring is more than the transfer of knowledge, advice, and insights. So the relationship here offers reciprocal benefits for mentors who are willing to invest their time in developing other professionals. So one professional is going to develop another professionals, and here the mentors will get a personal satisfaction when he sees the mentee in the way how he is, or if the success, if the mentee gets success, that itself will give a very happiness and personal satisfaction to the mentor, and for spending or investing his valuable time expertise on that particular person. So the main benefits what mentors get is he gets a recognition as a expert and the leader, and he also gets exposure to fresh perspectives, ideas and approaches. So every mentee will be different from the another mentee. So always every person is unique. So the mentor will learn many new things every day, and with every new mentee, how to approach them, how to tackle them. So for these reasons, he learns many new things during this mentoring process. So extension of their professional development record is also possible. It is also a great opportunity to reflect on their own goals and practices, and the development of personal leadership and coaching styles of the mentor. So these are the advantages or benefits what both mentee and mentors get. So in order to be successful, to be a successful mentor and to get to have a good long-term and successful mentor-mentee relationship, these are the 5 best practices which every mentor has to do. So first, he should be able to share all his experiences, expertise, and he should be very patient to understand the mentees, what is actually the mentee's problem and what his mindset. So once the mindset is able to be studied well, then it becomes easy for the mentor to guide the mentees in a right direction. So once the mentor understands the mentee, then he should pay attention on the strengths, weakness, the interest, future goals of the mentees. So always the mentor should highlight the areas in which the mentee is very talented or expertised or very good. So that makes the person to feel happy and confident. So confidence on ourselves will increase when some persons identify our strengths and appreciate. So always the mentor has to highlight the growth areas of the mentees. And at last, empathy. Empathize, empathize, empathize. This is the one which makes possible to have the effective mentoring. So to conclude, I can say like the delicate balance of mentoring someone is not creating them in your own image, but giving them the opportunity to create themselves. So quoted by Steven Spielberg. So we can see in the picture, improve, develop, training, motivate, coaching, inspire. So in these itself, the mentor is there, and the mentor is the one who is going to improve the skills of the mentee, who develops the knowledge and who trains the mentee, motivates the mentee, who coach and inspire the mentee to accomplish his or her goals. So with this, I want to conclude and thank you to all the mentors who are here And also, I would like to thank Dr. Kumar sir for giving me this opportunity to share my views on mentorship. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Very well carved and very well prepared presentation. Very impressive. On the behalf of entire team, we express sincere thanks. I think all the presentations are over. Anyone who is left from present? No, any question from the participant? We have a small 1 or 2 minute time to ask any question if you are in mind. No questions, so it's time to express a sincere thanks and gratitude towards all those who have presented very well, our resource person, our executive council members, our fellow members, as well as participants. Thank you very much for being here for attending this international workshop on mentoring the mentor. With the due permission from all the resource persons and participants, shall I end the meeting?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you.
Very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.